Hello, this is Divine Sunshine, and this is your twin flame connection of healing reading. So, this is as far as in the 3D. This one is different. The last one I did a connection with self, with the divine feminine, divine masculine energies within. It's how they show out without. This one is talking about you being in a divine lover or soulmate or even twin flame connection in the 3D. So now this is a very good question that they asked at the beginning, which is what have we achieved together that we could not have done alone? All right, so now what have we achieved together that we could not have done alone as twin flames? Now we know where we're sitting here as twin flames. That again, the reason for that is a lot of us the myth or the story is it's been told is that we split with one soul housed in two bodies. And the reason why we come to earth and we do this and we do this split is because we believe that we can achieve more and learn more by being in two bodies than we can be in one. It's almost like we get bonus points, or we feel as if not even learning that we can help the universe by splitting ourselves up into parts. And so then, or two divine feminine, divine masculine, or two females, or two masculines, or whatever like that. Excuse me. So that we can be able to really truly get the lesson or bring the feedback to wherever it is the powers of being, not the powers of being, because that's what they believe that runs the government in here, but the powers of being where we are. Now, right now they're saying, what have we achieved together that we could not have done alone? Which to me is like this. Some of our divine counterparts have went off into like karmic situations, person, place, and things, married, do some things that have been in separation that are not with us. And it could even be in death. Okay, you're still learning. Okay, regardless. What we have learned now is letting go. So to me, when I see this letting go, is letting go of things that no longer serve us, letting go of things that are really the belief systems that we have incorporated, really by us being housed in two different bodies, male and female, or whatever, and understand us in this connection. Wow. Bringing in this connection. Most time I see black, now I see the white light come. In this connection is helping us to really be able to get some more data, some more understanding, some more information to change and shift ourselves internally. This letting go and thinking about this letting go of this need of attachment, this codependency, by us being alone, we really get a good scope of the leg of the land of Earth. We know Earth is a teachable planet. It is the lessons of planets, of lessons. Might be of planets, we just don't know. And so by us doing that, we are really, this is school. School is life. Some people say it's school of hard knocks, whatever, school of karma. Those things help us to grow and it makes us much better. It helps our soul grow. We spiritually grow. So these things are helping us to kind of let go of some things that we no longer serve us, these belief systems, people in our lives, those things. Also, what we are helping to understand is projections. Now, what I think about is that course that I took with K Moon, in which is talking about how we are mirroring each other. And there's different, I would say, go in, take the course with her because she talks about the different types of mirroring that goes on. The mirroring with your parents, the mirroring with your partner, the mirroring is with your spiritual, your source, those things. We could just tailor it down. She had a whole bunch of other stuff. But some of the things I remember, I never kind of semi forgot, so I don't want to misquote her. However, and but I'm putting my own twist of how we do mirror projections of source, projecting of our beliefs, projecting of people, projecting of ourselves, our partner, our family dynamic, how all those things are being projected back to us. And so also we know that our partner is a mirror image of us too as well with things. So I do remember from coming from a course, that's one thing that stuck with me is a lot of times if you want to know how you're showing up in the physical, just look and see how your divine counterpart is acting because they are either mirror opposite or the mirror same thing to let you know what you need to still kind of work on. So if they acting real standoffish or they express like right now, my DM is showing kind of like very busy into whatever he is in his work. Okay, I've been also too been very busy on the job as well, and not having time to communicate too much, which is causing me to kind of act a little kind of distancy to people that's in my words. Like right now, I kind of want to go that the cancering rising ascension sign that I have wants to go in the shell and kind of deal with some things as well. And so that's kind of being reflected with him. It's like, okay, we're not talking, communicating what's going on, but he's been busy just like I've been busy. So I can kind of look and see, engage how I am. Okay, you don't want to talk to people. Okay, he's showing he don't want to talk too much to you. Okay, it's not in a nasty way, it's because he's just busy. So I did call you. So anyway, we going back and forth. So anyway, my thing is that again, the miscommunication, that's let me know. Also here when we're talking about what we need to achieve together, we understand just like it says, slow down, steady now, which lets us know right now we used to kind of plow through life. The divine masculine energies and the divine feminine energies, what we're talking about as far as this connection, what we're achieving, we understand that we can't just plow through these lessons. We got to understand that we can't just go ahead and just kind of through this life called this race, or like what's it, Nipsey Hussle calls it, the marathon continues. As we're doing this race or this marathon that we're running through, we understand that slow and steady wins the race. We cannot go ahead and just go through lessons or karmic lessons and not really truly take time to self-reflect. They kind of take it all in to really truly know, am I really truly getting this lesson? If I'm not, I know what the universe is doing to make me repeat it all over again. Sometimes it'll circle back, say, okay, you weren't ready for it then, you're tired of it, but we're going to let you know that, hey, that is really in your soul's contract that you're supposed to get that. Now, we're going to let you kind of offer that a little bit because you're saying you're a little tired of it. But we're going to come back, give you the opportunity again to come revisit that right there because I told you that that's what you're supposed to be doing right now. So a lot of times, we'll find that even in the connection. Sometimes again, that's where that separation, and they'll tell you, "No, I told you you're supposed to be together with that person." I've seen that even in my own parents. His dad was trying to find a way to kind of circumvent the system, come away like, "Okay, I ain't gonna be with y'all, but then I spend time with y'all. We could go and kick it and do entertainment and things like that, and go to parties and things like that as a family. But at the same time, I want to kind of still do my thing." So I said, "No, that was not part of the contract, dude. What it was is that you supposed to be with your twin all the way to the end of time. I don't know where you got that from, that we gonna be separate but equal. That ain't what I told you. You supposed to be physically sharing the same space, breathing the same air, doing that stuff." So it's found a way to do that. It gave that, unfortunately, a health condition or health challenge that made him have to come and be one with my mom. So my thing is, don't worry about it. Hey, they can be off, go off, do their own little thing, whatever like that. And my dad was cheating. He just like, okay, I just here, I just be me. I be alone. You be over there with Bertina, and that's it. And so my thing is, so I said, no, that ain't really what we said. So again, spirit will have a way. That's why I said, don't worry about it, because if you ain't doing according to that contract gonna find a way to put you right back on that contract. Listen here, you supposed to be this. You supposed to be this. You ain't did it. We let you kind of like, do your little thing now. But again, and we understand at that time it was hurting you to do that thing. But now we want you to come back and you got to start remember that you got to fulfill this contract. Especially if you're saying, I ain't come back to do this no more. So let's go ahead and do what we're supposed to come to. You and the twin and whatever. So, a lot of times, like you say, hey, I just surrender. You be in your feminine energies. I surrender. I'm just going to set forth, hey, we supposed to be together. I don't know how you're going to do it. We're supposed to physically be working together. Okay, I like that. And we're supposed to be physically being together, living with each other, because you promised that. You said that. And so I'm just going to sit back and let you go ahead and handle it and make everything happen. So that's something that, again, slow and steady, really understanding building that foundation. This is what we understood. Maybe together, I'm picking this up too, we would be such a distraction with each other. And that's been said before with each other, that we wouldn't be able to really take time out and to smell the roses. Us being separated or being alone or being in two helps us to really understand to take in like double the pleasure, double the fun, like double peppermint gum, right? So those two together, it helps us to really understand that the double it, the double the influence, the double the pleasure, the double the good energy, the good vibe, breathing that good as prana, as living water says, helps us to understand infinite waters, help us to understand that, okay? So that's what it is that we're seeing right here into the 3D. Now, let's look and see about what is something that, as far as in this connection in the 3D, that we need to be working with, as far as us connected. So, what have we achieved together that we could not have done alone? Okay, so because right now, I think the common thing that we both need to be working on, whether we're the female or the male, in this connection, is, and this is kind of sliding out, is the temple of my body. It looks like to me that I am not my body. I am not a human being. I am beyond that. I am divine. I've been very defensive trying to protect the beliefs and the things that is as a human being, that I have not allowed space and understanding that this vessel, this thing that I'm actually trying to protect as a body, is really limiting me from me truly being the divine that I'm supposed to be. And I think that's what we right now, there's a shadow that we're dealing with, and us being in two different bodies and being connected together is helping us to truly have that understanding as we go there. And so that's what we're achieving while we're not being alone. This is coming out too as well. Envious gluttony. That's interesting. That is one of mine. That's a nice segue into my seven deadly sins that I am going um, to do. I'm teaching on this Sunday. Oh, I love how you publicize spirit for me. Say, we got you, we doing PR work for you, which I am looking, touching upon all of them, like gluttony. Gluttony is one of them. The insatiable thirst of not being able to have enough, not understanding what source is giving us. And we kind of go back into that tangible 3D effect where I need this, and this, and which source is saying, you know what, there is an eternal quench. There's a quench or thirst or hunger that you have that I can fulfill, which is again by having source giving us that thing, which is being with our person, or giving us being doing things that are of our highest good. It helps to fill that void or that black hole sometimes us have grown up with as being in our childhood wounds. So this is something, again, this gluttony. This is like, I'm not getting enough of the twin. I need my twin. You know, I can't make it without my twin. That gluttony, that is insatiable. You get a little bit, and we've all been there. I'm a divine sunshine as your godmother has experienced that as well. Which is again, you get a little bit of it, you love it, and it's like, oh my God, I need more. I need more of the DM. I need more of the masculine. I need more of my divine counterpart in my life because I love what it's serving up. That is what we talk about. We got to kind of curve that right now, or also not even with our twin, but what we need in life. You know, we got to kind of get in the point that we don't need validation from everybody else. We got to get to the point to understand we don't need to be looking out for how much stuff, material things that we've got around us too, as well. That really to say, oh, that's what defines me. If I got the Porsche or the this and that, understanding that we got to get to the point that we say, hey, we know that, hey, I am enough. I don't know why for a moment I thought I was moving this hand and it wasn't. It just stand still. Interesting. I am enough. Okay, I am enough. I am enough of what I'm bringing to the table. Hey, the divine masculine or the divine feminine does not come intangibly in the 3D along for the ride. Us that I am enough. They're with me. You know, I take them in spirit, almost like Titanic. I'll go on. Here, far, wherever you are, whatever. The power of love, because I know that I will be able to go on. Period. Okay. So my thing is understanding that gluttony of understanding it's enough. So that's what we're achieving that we could not have done alone. To me, I keep on looking at loneliness, understanding about separation. Some of us, again, to say, hey, I think I can make it. I don't need you. But again, we are connected. We are tied together. So this thing of achieving things, understanding that us together is enough. We don't need others. I'm here and I said, we don't need another hero. So we don't need nobody else out there. Us together in our divine partnership with our person, they are enough. Okay. And that's what we are accomplishing, the understanding about that true love, that divine love, that sacred love in our connection. Okay, is there anything else? No, this is the last one here because I got to do a love letter and then I'm finished. Okay, because I'm going to play like I just came from, although I had to stay home because the furnace was doing something weird. The filter was black. We don't know what it was for. I don't know what that came from. But anyway, got a lot of things accomplished anyway by here. So, advice from our spirit guides, our angels. This is what I'm saying. The powers of being wants us to understand that what have we achieved together that we could not have done alone is that we know each other. We've known each other before. Understanding that we have history. There's a connection that in our soul resonates our past, our lives, our things that we have done together, the many lives that we have done in order to get this data for us to truly understanding who we are so we can return back to source as sovereign beings, that we have learned things to make us grow, to make us a better being, although we have done it in two bodies in this connection. We could not achieve this alone. We needed our counterpart. And remember, at all times, we're taking them with them, whether they're talking to us in our higher self and guiding us as we are doing certain things. They're helping us and telling us things, while their inner child is helping to us as well and guiding us as we're doing this. A lot of these things we could not do if we did not have our divine counterpart with us. Understand, you have known each other before. This is not a stranger, although we act like we don't know this person, but this person is us. And when we get to that point of understanding again that we're not alone, that this person is us, we do know them much on a deeper level, that will help us. I want to say that's what will help us with our healing. That will help us to understand that we have achieved something. Let us know, hey, it's better. We're not doing this alone. We're not out here by ourselves. I think sometimes we get hung up. I'm doing this all by myself. Don't want to be, and you don't want to be by yourself. And that kind of stops you from really going out there achieving, because a lot of times, even in the connection, we'll say that, I don't want to be achieving all this stuff. I don't have anybody else by myself. I don't want to be doing this if I don't have the divine counterpart. But understanding that we are enough, understanding that, again, this past relationships, how we looking at these things. Another one, fork in the road, that bring me another level of looking at it. When we're talking about us being in this connection, help us to look at the relationships that we had in the past and how some of those relationships were not for our good, didn't bring us to our highest self. It didn't, or it's not to our highest good. So we really need to see how, even in separation or together or whatever, and just knowing, or the twin awakening us or whatever, helps us to look at that past relationships and help us to look and see how some of those things are not good for us. Okay. Then it also helps us, whatever we achieve together. That again, it's a release your X. This X always represents things that we need to X out, or things that's been a burden to us, that the time has come to clear our energy, that we need to clear ourselves so we can return back to something, being return back to source, as far as getting rid of those things so it can lighten our load, so we can be able to ascend and to go higher, to get a lot of those stuff out of our body space, causal bodies, whatever it is, energy, light bodies, what emotional bodies, all those things, physical bodies, get those things out so we can clear our space, so we can make room for our divine person to come in. Okay. Spirit told me, say this is going to be shorter. And it is. So in order for you to be able to heal, look at the see about what things you have achieved by knowing, by being in connection with this person. Like I told you with Lee, say stop calling it work, because it's not work. we call it more so of a connection. You can doing a connection to know yourself much deeper. And by your person coming in while they awakened you or you awaken them, helps you to be able to have a deeper connection with self, which creates that union. And once you have that union and understanding and accepting yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly, helps you to be able to have connection with the world and have a connection with your person as well. Okay. All right, then. Don't forget to hit me up this Sunday to look at the uh, what I have, the Divine Unisouls, which is the 7 deadly sins. The first class will be here just an hour, just a little teaser, a little appetizer about what's going to happen in the class. It's a 7 class course. It's for 7 Sundays. After that, you will be with me for 6 p.m. Central Time, 2 hours. We'll talk about the sin and we'll talk about how it affects you on twin flame journey, how it's affecting your chakras, how it's also affecting your childhood wounds, and how it's stopping you from you being in your flow rather in your divine feminine and divine masculine energies. This is a course you don't want to miss. Make sure you sign up for just it for $77 up until 12/12. After that, it's going to be $124. After the fourth class, it's going to be $147. And when the class is over, it's going to be $222. Remember, in that course, you get my presentation, my whole presentation for you to read on your own, and you'll also be able to get the Q&A that's been recorded on Zoom, because each class is on Zoom. And the record is about the dialogue that I have with myself, and then also the participants that's in there. So you don't want to miss that. Okay. All right, then. As always, stay uplifted, stay motivated. Oh, and don't forget to take I forgot this real quick. And don't forget to be able to take, ooh, not that one. Ooh, no, she must be on my. Yes, do make sure that you do hit and look at Benita's series on the interviews. She's going to be interviewing me soon as well. And just the vulnerable, this everybody's talking about their journey, what they went through, so it can be able to help the new light workers and divine lovers or sacred lovers or partnerships that are coming in after us. So I'm going to also be interviewed by Benita Waver Warrior. We're not unfamiliarized with her on this channel. She's going to come in. She's going to do, but right now she's done interviews already with Stephanie. She's done it with April. She's also done it with another young lady. I'm not familiarized with her. I got to listen to her as well. And I know she's got a lot of some other people. I don't want to mess up the surprise that she's done, because I was like, all right, you go, girl. She's doing interviewing all over the place. And the nickname her, and you heard it here first. She is again the reporter on the street for the Divine Twin Flames. I'm the one who coined her, and she's going out there interviewing like Barbara Waters or Gail. Also, so she out there doing her thing. So I'd say thank you. So that wasn't a mistake. That said, look on my community tab. I'm sharing, resharing uh where she is. Make sure you go to Divine Unisouls 11 at Gmail if you're interested in get that past life regression session for $144 as well. Okay. All right, then make sure you click like, share, subscribe to this channel. Make sure we get push this out there and for the algorithms out there, so everybody can be able to get this good information and this healing for the godmother who is helping you to be fulfill your wishes and dreams, and understanding how you can be able to get the answer that you seek on this divine twin journey or adventure, whichever way you want to do it. Because we know that once we heal, we're able to reveal. And once we reveal, we're able to get over and get into our new beginnings or new opportunities. All right, then. So, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay extended. Namaste and Nama go. All right, then. Until next time, I'll be talking to you real soon. Mwah. Love you. See ya.